Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Okay, today's topic is creating healthy boundaries. Creating healthy boundaries. Okay, before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all of the new viewers, to all of the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, those of you who are new to the channel, I will answer your relationship questions. So at the end of the video, I'll show you a link where you can send in your questions, and I will either answer them privately through the email, or I will share them online with the collective, and it can be your decision. Okay, now those of you who are interested in these caps, they are available in my online store, and you'll find the link in the description. Okay, now it's time for our daily affirmation. And here it is. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. Let this sink into your spirit. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. I'm always saying, love yourself first. Love yourself first. And you need to create healthy boundaries based on that. Okay? So let this affirmation be in your spirit today. I am creating healthy boundaries based on self-love and self-care. Okay, have a wonderful day, and I hope this affirmation brings you peace. All right, now it's time for movement. We've started movement because I realized that there are a number of you who maybe can't walk. You understand? I do my walk every day, about 30 to 45 minutes. But I realize there are some of you that maybe can't get out into nature, but you really need to move your body anyway. Okay, so we're going to do 2 little movements, okay, that you can do right where you are. All right, and the first movement, I'm going to show you what it is. We're going to do 5 rounds of each movement. All right, the first movement is we're going to raise our hand like this. And then we're going to go over like this. Okay, sit up straight. Going to do this. That's 1. All right, all right. We're just going to reach over our heads if we can. Put your arm up like this. Okay, and don't strain yourself. Just go easy. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. All right, now let's try to do the other side. All right, put it up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, shake it out. All right, I felt that in my shoulders. All right, okay, here we go. Now let's dive into the message today. Creating healthy boundaries. Okay, now I did pull a video, and we're going to let the video start us off, and then we're going to talk more about the subject and read a couple of letters. Okay? All right, here we go.
Now, we know that there are people out there who lie and deceive.
Absolutely.
We know this. We know there are people who pull the rug out from under, but Most times that's not what happened. Most times it's that we see this, but we decide that our emotions and the feelings that we got for the person are enough to look past it, and then we see this, and then we look past it because that's what comes with loving somebody, and then we see this. Woo. And that's what comes with loving somebody, and so we look past it. So what I'm saying is, how healthy were you if you didn't stand on your boundaries? Ow! How healthy were you if you didn't stand up for yourself? How healthy were you if you let another person play you? You feel me? How healthy were you if you saw the same thing you saw in the last 3 men or women, and you didn't stop and say, let me get off the boat, and you rode it into the ground again?
I've discovered that my sensitivity and my empathy it's a strength. So if anybody else out there is very sensitive, and if you're an empath, you're awesome and you have like a cheat code in life. But it does come with a cost if you aren't aware of your energy and if you're not operating from a high level of self-esteem. When I was operating from a low vibration and I felt like I needed to fix everybody, please everybody, keep the peace, just do whatever everybody said so that there would be no drama. It was probably the lowest point of my life ever, and I wasn't conscious of it. I thought things were fine, but the truth is, when you operate as a people pleaser and you're running around doing what everyone says that you need to do, there aren't too many people that respect you, including yourself.
When you tell people no, they need to respect that no, okay, and not push your boundaries. And you should not feel pressure to settle for anything or anybody. Okay? Whatever your standards are, you stand fast in your standards. Okay? All right, because it's self-preservation. It's your self-love and your self-care. That's why you need boundaries. You don't just allow a person to come into your life and treat you and do whatever they desire to do with you, and you just take it. You just settle for it. You have power. You have the power to create healthy boundaries. And this is based on the way that you feel about yourself. If you love yourself and care for yourself, you will have boundaries. You will have these boundaries. Okay, that people are not allowed to cross. All right, and that's a good thing for your well-being. Now, let's dive into our first letter, and we're going to talk more about this issue. Okay, all right. This young lady titles her letter, "Is My Friend a Narcissist?" Okay, here we go. I am 27 years old. And I'm conflicted on what I should do when it comes to my friendship of 10 years. She's always been nice to me, but something always seems off about her. One situation, she bought some weed for me that turned out to be synthetic marijuana K2. Okay, I don't know that strand or what that is, but okay. It caused me to have seizures. She refused to call the EMT, but eventually did after 3 hours of me suffering. Yeah, because she didn't want the police to get involved. You understand? With this whole ordeal, no telling where she got it from, but maybe your friend didn't know it was synthetic. You understand? If she bought it on the street somewhere, you don't know what street marijuana is laced with. Okay? So you can't really blame her for that because she probably didn't know. And she took 3 hours because she got scared. She got scared and she thought you would be okay if we just waited out. Okay? All right. She never apologized or even admitted to giving me bad weed, but said I was just being paranoid. You know, well, let's look at this. Your friend offered it to you, but you are the one that accepted it. Okay? Now you want your friend to apologize for giving you this bad weed, but I doubt it if your friend even knew that there was something with the weed. I'm pretty sure that your friend did not intentionally give you this synthetic weed. No. Whoever she bought it from didn't tell her. I'm telling you, if she bought it on the street, it's no telling what's in street weed. Okay? All right. Even though I ended up in the hospital and it was confirmed to be K2, she stopped talking to me for a few weeks. She probably scared out of her wits. When she came back around, it was around my birthday. Yeah, well, some people really can't take it when something like this happens, because who knows? I don't know if people have died using this type of weed or not, but it seems like that your friend just got really afraid, really scared. She gonna stay away from you for a while, you understand, to see if when you get better, then she'll come back around. All right, and you've been friends with this woman for 10 years. So, I'm sure that she's shown other behaviors in the whole 10-year span that this isn't new to you, that she reacts to certain stresses this way. In 10 years, you should know her pretty well and not be surprised about, when she does little things out of the way. Okay? She insisted we plan a trip to Florida. I was willing because I've never been. Okay, this is what I'm saying. You pretty much used to your friend doing these little antics, whatever they are. Okay? And you wish that she had apologized. Why didn't you just bring it up to her? You're friends. Why didn't you just say to her, listen, you gave me so-and-so and so-and-so, and I deserve an apology. Okay? Give her a chance to apologize. Because your friend was probably afraid, fearful, and that's why she took off and then came back later. You understand? Okay. She insisted we plan a trip to Florida. I was willing because I've never been. I booked my flight, hotel, and even bought new clothes. When it was close to the time of the trip, she stopped responding to my texts and giving dry answers when I would talk about it. Well, wow. Wow. How far in advance did she talk about this trip? You understand? I know people, they'll talk about a trip a year in advance. Let's go so-and-so, so-and-so. And really, they're just talking. They're just talking. You probably should have waited until she purchased her ticket before you purchased your ticket. You know your friend. In 10 years, she's still surprising you with these antics. You understand? So, okay. Now she's acting kind of funny about the trip because something probably came up. Okay. She told me she isn't going anymore and that I should be understanding because she's going out of town to meet a man she doesn't even know. So, okay. What kind of friend is this? That she will blow you off on a trip. Now, again, I don't know how far in advance she mentioned this trip to you. If it was a year, you can understand a whole lot can happen in a year. You understand? She may not have had the money. A lot of things. But if it was just last month that she asked you to plan this trip and now she's not, now she tells you, now that you all set to go, now she tells you that she's not going. Yeah, that can be very upsetting. Very upsetting. And I'm going to tell you, if it were me, it would be difficult for that friendship to recover. You see? after something like that. All right. Especially with her blowing you off just to go meet some man. Some man. Because you said it was a man that she doesn't even know. Okay? Even though all this was her idea, sometimes I feel she is jealous of me. She judges me for the same things she does in secret and praises me at the same time, which leaves me conflicted. Okay. She judges you for the same things that she does in secret. Okay. But then she praises you at the same time. Okay, well, you know what? This is a friend that you have accepted. You understand? And this is a little complicated to understand why she is the way that she is. But you, again, you've been friends with her for 10 years. So none of this should be a surprise. None of this. I'm sure she's been doing things to you from the beginning of your friendship. But you have tolerated her. Tolerated it for this long. Okay. You say, she's a Christian and I'm spiritual. She tells me doing spiritual work isn't godly, but she doesn't live the most godly lifestyle herself, but always preaching to me about the Bible. Well, unfortunately, this is Christians. Many of them, they are very steadfast in their belief. Understand? And, if that's what they want to believe, fine. Okay, believe. But why judge other people? Why do that? Like you said, she's always preaching to you about the Bible because she's judging you. She thinks what you're doing, like she said, is ungodly. Let me say something about that. Being spiritual is probably ungodly to their God. You understand? Because their God said, do not worship any other gods before me. So their God is against your spirituality because you're not worshiping their God. You understand, people? I want you to understand this because, and I know every time I get on anything religious, it steps on some toes, and I'm going to tell you, I do not mean to offend anyone. This is the way that I believe. This is my opinion, and I only share it with you so that you'll have more information to make your own decisions about. Okay, that's all. It's not offensive. It's just information. Okay, so let's talk about God. Okay? There are many gods in the universe. Okay? But in spirituality, you worship the God of the universe, not the God of the Bible. You understand? People, not the God of the Bible. Okay? You worship the universe. You understand? And you live your life according to the 12 laws of the universe. Okay? Of the universe. Not of some God. Okay? I hope that you get that. I hope that you understand. And, that's her belief. And, people, if that's what you believe, go ahead. But don't judge other people. That's the folly in it. That's the folly in it. Live your life what's best for you. If you are living a happy and abundant life, worshiping your God, that's your free will. That's your free will. But don't judge others and tell them that they are ungodly because they don't worship your God. Okay? All right. See, that's a folly of Christianity. Because, just to give you a little history, when Christianity came into existence, Christianity wanted a world religion. Everybody gonna be one religion and worship this God. This God that we chose for you, this is who you're gonna worship. Okay? And unfortunately, a lot of the followers of Christianity who are poor, who are down, who don't have anything, who are still praying for their God to bless them with abundance and happiness. Okay? But that's their free will. That's who they decided that they believe in. Okay? But the folly, I say again, is judging others. Judging others. Christianity is not the only religion in the world. People, okay, although Christianity has tried to stamp out other religions, okay, but you know what? Let me get off that and get back to the subject at hand. Okay, all right. We are currently not speaking because she ghosted me again. You know, she's got a lot of antics to be a Christian. Where is the Christian love? Where is that? Okay? Where is that caring, support, and loving your brother, that brotherly love? Where is that? I don't see it the way that you're portraying her in this letter. But I feel she is trying to come back around. She's going to continue to come back around. Now, your question at the beginning of your letter, is my friend a narcissist? Okay. Let's go there. The narcissist. The narcissist is someone who has suffered some sort of trauma very early in life, even before the teens, very early in life. They suffered trauma at the hands of a narcissist. Okay? And then, because of that trauma, and it could have been ongoing trauma, you see, that person accepted the evil spirit of the narcissist within their own being. Okay? And this happened early. Okay. Now, the flip side of that, a person who is not a narcissist, but portrays narcissistic characteristics. Okay? Now, your friend could be that. Could be a person that portrays narcissistic characteristics. And from your letter, I really don't see it here. I see her, doing things that she probably has always done. You see, I don't really see where your friend is doing anything out of the ordinary way she's been treating you for 10 years. I can't say if she is a narcissist or portrays narcissistic characteristics by what she's doing here. Okay? This can be just the way she is. Just the way she is. Okay? Narcissists are evil people. They are demonic. Okay? And from your letter, it didn't sound like she was demonic. It just sounds like she, one thing, because she is Christian and you are spiritual, she probably kind of looks down on you a little bit because of that judgment. A lot of Christians judge. Oh, because they are taught in their services to judge. Anybody who's not like them is a sinner. That's judgment. You understand? So she's probably kind of treating you the way she's treating you Maybe because you're not a Christian. Okay, that could be it. And it just could be the way she is. Okay, now, again, let's go back to the marijuana. I doubted if she even knew that it was synthetic, whatever. If she bought it off the street or if somebody gave it to her, she didn't know. She didn't know. It's hard to tell if you get it off the street what's in it. Okay? Now, I would suggest that you create some boundaries with your friend. 10 years, I don't even know if she's going to pay any attention to it. But you should explain to her that the way that you operate. And I'm going to give you an example of me. I'm the type of person, I like to plan ahead. I don't like surprises at the last minute, particularly. Now, I am spontaneous, but surprises, no. Surprises that are avoidable. So if I know that I'm going out of town on a trip, I'll start putting things away early as soon as it's in my mind. The same way that you did. I would, buy my ticket early and be ready long before the trip comes so I don't have to worry about it. Okay? But maybe your friend is a last minute person. See, last minute people, they wait to the last minute because they know they may change their minds just like that. And maybe that's who your friend is. She's a last minute person. You understand? But that left you out on a limb. Now you got a ticket you need to try to get rid of. You understand? Your trip is going in the toilet because she decided that some man is more important than spending time with you. Now, I would hate to think that your friend did that intentionally. You didn't give me enough information in your letter to see if she's that type of friend. But if I were you, I would sit down and kind of set up some healthy boundaries for yourself to protect yourself from these antics. You understand? Because when she does things like this, it's hurtful. Other than it's expensive. You had to go to the hospital. Who paid for that? I doubt it if she did. Did she even bring you a flower, a card? Are you okay? If she didn't, maybe you need to reevaluate this friendship. This friendship. You see, we all grow. And we outgrow people. Maybe you've outgrown her. Maybe you need to sit down and look at this friendship to see if it's good for your well-being. Because some friendships are not. Some friendships you have to let go. And you being on your spiritual journey, you're going to get blowback from negative people. Okay? You know why? Because they feel that energy. They feel your vibration rising. You see? You're rising above them. Okay? And that's probably what your friend feels. You on your spiritual journey, you are ascending. She's stagnant. But she feels it and she sees it and she doesn't like it. Okay? And that's why she's attacking you, that it's ungodly or whatever. Love yourself and continue on your spiritual journey. Don't let anybody turn you around. Turn you around. You understand? I know your friends say, she wants to judge you, but you see her doing things that are not out of character with being a Christian. You see, because I'm going to tell you something. This is just a little note. And I talk like this because I was a Christian at one time before I became spiritual. And I was raised Christian. Okay? But the thing about them is that they do whatever they want to do. Because they believe that when they go to the houses of worship, all they got to do is ask for forgiveness. and all is forgiven. They just start over a clean slate. So anytime they go to the houses of worship and ask for forgiveness, when they come out, it's a clean slate. So they just start over and do it. They never improve from the inside. They never change from the inside, you see? And that's another difference in spirituality. In spirituality, it changes you from the inside, and it shows on the outside. Okay? And it's unmistakable. That aura, that energy around you, it's a light. It's a shining light, you see? And people are drawn to it. But people are intimidated by it too. They don't know what it is, but it's something about you that is intimidating to some. And you need to be aware of that. So you don't have to settle for people treating you any kind of way. At all. About anything. Love yourself first. Just like our affirmation today. Create healthy boundaries based on your self-love and your self-care always. Okay? Now, let's see if we had another little letter here. And this letter isn't really pertaining to the subject today, but it did reference one of the videos one of the last videos about mental challenges. Okay, let's see what she says. She says there are people out there who hide their mental challenges. For instance, there's an elderly woman that I knew who broke up with her ex because he did not reveal to her that he was bipolar. There is so much prejudice toward people who are dealing with these problems that some prefer not to disclose their conditions. I think it will be very interesting if you could speak about that. Okay. All right. Let me preface it by saying I am not a therapist and certainly not clinical. I am spiritual. Okay. So I'll speak to you from a spiritual perspective on this, on the mental health issues. Okay. This lady who broke up with her ex because when she found out he was bipolar, kudos to you. Let me tell you something. Whether these people hide their mental challenges or not, when you find out that they are mentally challenged, why you need to settle with that? Why do you need to sacrifice yourself to deal with these people? You know, it's too bad, too sad. But it's not your responsibility to be a nurse, to feel sorry and to care for these people when you realize they have a mental disability. I'm sorry. You know, this is my opinion. Okay? And I hope that you understand. Yeah, I don't have anything against people who have these mental disabilities. I have people in my family who have mental disabilities, but I can't live with them. You know, I am not willing to have them in my life to drain me and to destroy my life helping them. You understand? I can help them from afar. You know, if they need something and I'm able to provide it for them, fine. But not in my living space, not where I am trying to create the life that I desire, and you're going to take on that burden. And it is a burden, any way you look at it. Okay? I just want you to understand, I don't have anything against people who have a mental disability. I told you, I have very close family members that have mental disabilities. But to be with them, to live with them, to have any kind of relationship with them is burdensome burdensome. It is very difficult. And I don't intend to spend my life settling with that. Okay? And this is how I feel about it. You know, they hide their mental challenges because, you understand, they want to be in relationships and whatever. You understand? But personally, I'm not willing to deal with it. That's my free will. And it's your free will. If you decide that you want to care for a person with a mental disability in your relationship or friendship or whatever the situation is, kudos to you. We all have free will. No judgment. It's your free will. So I would not judge people who let people go when they found out that they were mentally ill in any way. Okay? I'm not going to judge them. They made the best decision for themselves. Okay? Just like me. I make the best decisions for me. That's self-love. That's self-care. You understand? So don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty because you decide that you don't want to care for a mentally ill person. Now, if the person is your child, that's different. I mean, that's your responsibility to care for your children. But if it's a boyfriend or some ex, some friend or whatever, no. And even if it's extended family members, I say no. Not unless that's what you want to do. Not unless you decide you want to do that. Okay? But I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. And this lady who let her bipolar ex go, no judgment. That was her decision. She did what she felt best for her. Okay? I hope that you understand the message today about creating healthy boundaries. It's important to your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Love yourself and care for yourself and be happy. All right. Now, those of you who have questions that you would like for me to answer, here is the link. Send your questions to Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. That's Miss Faye's World at hotmail.com. And try to keep your letters to one page. Just summarize your situation and ask the question. And if you prefer that I answer your question privately through the email, just put it at the very top of the letter and I will comply. Now, to show my appreciation to you for supporting this channel, I will be giving away a deck just like this one, I Am Affirmations, to one of you lucky subscribers once this channel hits 100,000. And we're almost there. I will be randomly selecting from this subscriber pool. This is a 53 Oracle card deck of I Am Affirmations. And I will be announcing the winner right on the channel once we hit 100,000 subscribers. So keep watching. Every day we just get a little closer. All right now. I'd like to thank you all for your comments and your letters. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the best and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.